and we are back, and I'm going to turn it over to George, who's going to explain our nice little bonus game that we've got going on today.
Hi everyone. Yeah, you may recognize my voice. I was hosting yesterday, an absolutely awesome vlog, but here I'm doing a filler run of Touhou 6. Pretty awesome game. But before we start, just want to give a quick warning. Even when playing with an easy difficulty, flashing lights warning. If you have anything that might cause you issues with flashing lights, you may want to turn away from the stream for like 15 minutes, because Touhou is a bullet hell game. And you might be like, how can you speedrun a bullet hell game? I tell you how, by playing on the easiest difficulty and using some very particular strats. Which leads me to the second thing I want to mention before I start the run. And that is, you may be expecting some super flashy stuff like you've seen at the GDQ Shmump showcase, the bullet hell showcase at GDQ last event. This is not going to be as flashy as that, but there's going to be some very cool strats, intentional deaths, all of that stuff in this run, and the bosses will just melt, so just get ready for that. But yeah, we're gonna be playing it easy. We're gonna be using Marisa A. They just call, you know, the first option A, second option B, because she has the most powerful shot type and just her bomb melts bosses. So you will see it. But if we're ready on time, I'm ready to start the run. So guessing our restream text should be ready on time. Also, just want to give a shout out to all the restreamers and runners who have made this possible to have a bonus run, unskilled bonus run at the marathon. So peace, you're on restream ready. I just want to shout you out on the stage here. But yeah, I'm ready here. And if there's any donations, just want to say, just interrupt me. We're good for whenever, so you're good to interrupt me whenever. But yeah, let's get this one started in 3, 2, 1, go. So the start of this immediately starts off with a little bit of RNG. This is the stage part, and there's static enemies everywhere. So these patterns I know, but the enemies drop these red items at random. And these red items are powered. I want them as much as I can, because the more power I get, the faster I will melt the first boss of stage 1. I'm missing a bunch of power there, that's unfortunate. But, you know, marathon run. So I have 22 power going into this section. That's okay. You can get like 25, 26 if you do it perfectly. And here comes actually the mid-boss, which is actually also the boss later on. That's Rumia. She's gonna be doing just a couple of non-spell attacks, which are super simple. As I said, this is easy difficulty. So it's not gonna be as flashy, but there are some interesting strats. Because it's easy difficulty, there's not going to be a spell cut here, or when you are on hard difficulty or more, she does another spell cut here. And I will explain exactly like the spell cut system later on and all of that. What does that mean? Also, I missed another power up there, so let's not do more of that. I'm trying to like weave in and out of the enemies here, just trying to hit not one of the stray bullets. That's a power up there, like on the side, as well, like the 1 pixel up there. And it's okay doing on the power. It could be better, There's another wave of enemies that comes here. It's gonna give me a lot of power right here. And as I said, this is all static, so I know where all the enemies are gonna be. And we're doing okay on power. I'm gonna use the fast forward key to skip through all of these text boxes. Who cares about lore anyway? And here's Rumor. Also, I'm using some little bit of custom music here. So this is actually a remix of the of her theme. So hope you like this. I missed her slightly there. So I'm trying to stay as close as possible in here. I'm gonna do a redirection strat here to redirect her lasers here, so I can do as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, she dodged me to the side there, so I wasn't able to stay right below her. And now we're gonna go into her one and only spell card, which we're immediately gonna bomb because as I said, Marisa's bomb just melts enemies. There you go. That's one bomb, and her entire spell card health is just gone. So, yeah, that was a spell card right there. Spell cards are supposed to be harder, but because spell cards just deal, basically spell cards are more effective with bombs, we just bombed most of the spell cards. Also, I intentionally bombed there to pick up all the power items that these enemies spawned there, because there's tons of enemies on screen there, and I wouldn't be able to pick up all the power items. And now we head into the stage part of stage 2. And now I'm gonna show off one of these flashy strats that I talked about earlier. So there's gonna be 4 waves of enemies here. This was the third, now there's the 4th. And now I'm actually going to be intentionally dying here. And the reason for that is the next boss, the next mid-boss actually, is going to give me an extra bomb. And that means for the actual boss of the stage, I will have 4 bombs instead of the normal 3 bombs, which will speed up things a little bit. There's that extra bomb. Unfortunately, we do have to wait here a little bit because this section here is just timed. It's timed to a fixed timer, and there's nothing you can do about that. So just had to wait for a little bit, you know, auto-scroller. And another cool thing, this is actually used in Extra, is when you reach max power, it actually clears all the bullets on screen. You saw their full power mode. If there were any bullets on screen at that moment, it would have cleared all of them. So that's a cool strat you can do in Extra speedruns. I actually used that myself. Unfortunately, run isn't on the leaderboard yet. But yeah, as I said, stage ports are usually just static, so it's mostly just following the route. As I said, not too flashy, but, you know, intentional strats and all that. And here's the stage 2 boss. You may recognize her. It's one of the biggest memes in the internet. Here's Cerno. Strongest fairy, by the way. And may or may not have put the one of the memeiest remixes instrumentals on her as, yeah. Enjoy. Okay, don't want to die here. And now I'm gonna bomb one time here. Actually, 2 times. I'm gonna save my... Actually, no. I'm gonna do the safe strat for marathons. And that is, I'm going to only bomb there once, which only costs me like 1 or 2 seconds extra to get on health. But it means I'm going to have 2 bombs. I'm going to have a bomb left over at the end of the stage. I'm going to be using that to make sure I don't have to basically avoid 1 intentional death. Also, she's dodging me every attack here, so that's unfortunate. I'm trying to stay close to her, but I also don't want to die as well. Ooh, that bomb was way too early. I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Not sure what I was thinking there, but hey, we got it. And that's stage 2 right there. And yeah, this entire, by the way, just want to point out that we had a sword please in the chat. This entire game is sword please, like the entire series. I have missed, okay, almost missed, restreaming shifts for like Zelda speedruns and stuff because I was jamming it to Touhou music. So yeah, if you want to listen to some good music, just Touhou OST in YouTube and enjoy, have fun. Anyway, we're on to stage 3. As I said, it's still easy difficulty, so most of the patterns are easy, but they're gonna get hard at the end, actually right at the final stage of this run, where it's going to be a really, kind of hard-ish pattern to dodge right here. But obviously, with my nerves right now, I wouldn't put it past me to just run into one of these stray bullets, so, you know. But yeah, the reason why I did that entire, like, saving 1 bomb there on the previous stage is because now, usually you would take an intentional death here. But now what I can do is on the mid-boss of stage 3. The mid-boss of stage 3 actually has a spell card. Once again, the mid-boss of stage 3 is actually just going to be the boss later on. It's kind of like, you know, the boss just popping and being like, hey, get out of here. And here we go. So, that's our non-card. As I said, most of the attacks of this game are separated into non-cards and spell cards. And unfortunately, she's just always not staying where I want her to be. And here's the spell card, and as I said, we're just gonna bomb it immediately to get most of the health done, and that's out. So she also drops a power-up right there, not power-up, she also drops an extra life right there, sorry, and that's static, that's not RNG or anything, that's just bombs, and lives are always full static. And now to get full bombs for the boss again, we're just gonna take an intentional death right here, because we have enough resources for the run. Also in part due to the run only being 5 stages, because easy difficulty skips the last stage, but if we have time at the end, who knows, maybe I can show up like a lunatic stage 6. That'd be kind of cool. Ooh, I was supposed to take one of the... Ooh! Oh, that's unfortunate. I had to bomb there. I forgot my pattern there. That's what happens when you forget your pattern. Now I'm down a bomb, but hey, I showed up death bomb there. You can actually bomb after you get hit. You have like a 2-frame window to... I think it's 2. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that just means I'm down a bomb now. But that doesn't really matter too much. Even if you run out of resources in this run, you can easily recover. Also, I'm gonna take another intentional death here, just to get more bombs. But don't want to die again. Ooh, careful! Whoa, whoa, whoa! I forgot. Oh my god! I completely forgot about that pattern right there. That happened in my practice run too. That's interesting. But yeah, if you that's one thing about this game, you've really got to memorize all the patterns to be good at it. Because if you don't remember all the patterns, it's just gonna catch you off guard. But yeah, final card, we're just gonna double bomb that again, just to get it out, and that's stage 3 done. And I hope you enjoyed that remix. That's like a power metal remix of her theme, of Maylin. Notice you don't use the stage on Icicle for, does that not help for speed? It doesn't matter. Because, as I said with the marathon speed strat, you just take 1 bomb there, and then you just take the rest of the health with thing. The safe one, Icicle Fall, doesn't do any damage, so for speedrunner that's obviously bad. Well, actually, oh, I mistook that for another spot. No, of course it does damage, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because before any of the bullets will hit you, you will take out that spell card by Cerno. But yeah, stage 4 is one of these things where you really gotta know your patterns. So this right here, if you don't know what to do, can already like very fast overwhelm you, especially on lunatic difficulty. But luckily it's easy difficulty right now, so we're fine for now. Green books, the next section that's coming up right after this, after these target attacks, the green books here, these are just, what's the word, legendary on lunatic. Like, these go like 10 times the speed on lunatic difficulty, and they're actually one of the hardest part of the lunatic difficulty run. So I just want to shout that one out. And here's the mid-boss. And I was actually supposed to take an intentional death first, so that's fine. That's not fine, but, you know, whatever. We have 2 bombs, we're just gonna take an intentional death on the boss. I'm forgetting my strats because I'm running here. But that's fine. You can either take, you can do the stage 4 boss with either 2 bombs or 4 bombs. It's just 4 bombs is the better strat. And now I'm going to stay here, just to redirect all these bullets here. And then do a quick redirect there as well, just to make sure I don't have any bullets like in the middle of my screen as I'm, you know, getting boxed in by those lasers. Alright. Whoops. Don't die there. That was a little bit close. Alright, another one of these patterns that can really quickly overwhelm you if you don't know what to do. Kill that, basically you want to take out that enemy on the side that shoots the blue bullets, because once you take out that enemy, it will essentially clear all bullets on screen. And this is one of these parts where you really gotta know the pattern, because these little shuriken things, I don't actually know the name, will just murder you if you don't know the pattern. So you just need to know where they appear. And obviously I know where they appear. I memorized that pattern, of course. And then into the last part, which will absolutely ruin your day, again, if you don't know it, but... Oh, I took out that... Oh, that is bad. Okay, that's fine, okay. I took out that enemy too early. I'm supposed to actually stay in the middle, and then move over just before I end it, so when I move over to the side, I take out the middle enemy on the side. Also, here's Patchy, and enjoy this absolutely awesome power metal remix. Have fun. The YouTube comment on this, by the way, is like... when you don't return the book from the library, which basically like summarizes the song. Also, I'm supposed to be staying underneath here. Again, because it's easy difficulty, you skip some of the spell cards. But that just speeds up the run, right? Alright, and now we're gonna do 1 bomb, and I think what I'm gonna do, instead of taking intentional death, I'm actually gonna stay, like not do a, like not do a 2 bomb, but essentially just use 1 bomb on each spell card, which should only lose me a couple seconds. Stay as close as possible underneath her, and that is stage 4. Fortunately, you don't get to listen to these awesome tunes for too long, because we melt all the bosses, and that's stage 5, that's the final stage of the easy difficulty run. Which has, obviously since the stages are getting harder and harder over the course of the run, it has actually the hardest patterns of the run, basically. So there is a decent chance I might take an unintentional death here, but we'll see how it goes. So once again, these patterns, it is a stage part and it is static. So if there's any donations, this is like the perfect time for you right now.
I do not have any donations that have come in. Just a reminder, we are still looking at 2 incentives still open for the Knights of the Old Republic, the PK 47, and then the Sombrero present for Sobros. Neither of those have any money towards them, and those runs are coming up pretty soon.
Oh, go donate to that. It's an awesome charity. Ooh, she's staying very low. This is Sakuya, by the way. She's also going to be the stage 5 boss, and she's also the mid boss. And I'm supposed to be taking intentional death here, which I just forgot, so I'm just going to do it right here. Let's hope that takes her out. Nice, that is perfect. And now we're coming on what is probably the hardest dodging section in the thing. Let's see if I can pull it off without unintentionally dying. But you can see there's a little bit of extra things going on now. So hopefully all the lunatic practice stage run that I did earlier is off. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good for now. But yeah, this is easy difficulty. Imagine what the lunatic stage on this is. Just want to point that out. Okay, don't want to die good. Still good. I was thinking of bombing there, but I figured I want to save my bombs for later. Alright, and we're good. We're past that. One last, a little spam section here. And we're off. So time's coming up actually very shortly because the boss, as usual, melts. So this is Sakia. Enjoy Demeter's remix of her theme. And Sakia, actually, one thing I like to call out about Sakia is that her non-cards are basically harder than her actual spell cards. But that also applies to like every difficulty, by the way. So let's try and stay underneath her. And come on, you can do it. Alright, there you go. Alright, so one thing about Sakia is she's like a Time Lord maiden. I don't know exactly how to explain. She can stop time, which actually means that we can't damage her in that period, which is bad. So we want to time our bombs so that the bomb does maximum damage. Now, hopefully I do not die here with one bomb remaining, because I want to obviously use that bomb. There are 2 spell cards remaining, so we've got about 30 seconds on time for the restreamer. So that's the second spell card. Gonna bomb right there. And then take her out, and then take an intentional death on the next non-spell card. I'm just gonna not pick up the power, because that might be closer. I might just bomb this non-card. Nah, I don't want to bomb that. And there you go. So this is gonna be a spell card. I just spam my bombs here, and time's gonna come up very shortly once she explodes into a fiery ball of flames. And that is time right there. And that's the easy difficulty run of Touhou 6. Unfortunately, because it's easy difficulty, you do skip stage 6 and you do actually not get the best ending in the game, but it's an ending, so it's a speed run. And yeah, it's a pretty comfy run. If you want to learn any sort of bullet hell, this is probably the best way to get into it, because it is an incredibly simple run. You mostly just bomb. The only really hard part is the final section. It's like that spammy section on the stage part of stage 5. But aside from that, yeah. Also, I want to call out that Touhou has like the best staff roll themes. Just listen to this just for a couple seconds, please. It's so good. So yeah, while that's playing, I do want to ask quickly, are we still running super far ahead of schedule, or are we like back on schedule now? I just want to ask. Because if you need a couple more minutes more, there's things I can show off. I can do like a lunatic stage 6 run, because this was a filler run after all.
We are running about 25 minutes now ahead of schedule.
Do you want me to do like do you want me to try a lunatic stage 6? I'm not sure who would be in charge right now, but whoever's in charge right now, let me know if you want me to do a lunatic stage 6 showcase to fill some more time.
Give me a second, let me see what we say here.
Yep. And in the meantime, you can enjoy this absolutely awesome credits music, which, by the way, I totally used for the for the no schedule allowed credits. So please. Alright. So, just in case, while we're waiting on the response for that, I do wanna give a couple of plugs, even if I do get approved for for filling up some extra time. I wanna give a plug to a very special someone, which is Freya's Spirit. They have helped me so much with this game. They have done a commentated audition video for multiple marathons. They have gotten me into this, right, with their run of this game at a GDQ hotfix event, and it's been a pleasure to run this game, pretty much just to get into bullet hell speedrunning. And I'm just wondering if we had do we have a response yet in that regard?
We don't. How long do you think this show?
Like 5 minutes, probably. Like 5 minutes.
I think let's go ahead and do it. We're far enough ahead. All
right. Well, in that case, we're just gonna skip right to the final difficulty, no biggie. I did practice this stage a bunch of times. Also, get ready for the custom music I have on this final boss. You may recognize it. And the Touhou fandom may be getting onto me for combining that with Touhou, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm still gonna use Marisa A. And this is the stage you didn't get to see during the easy speedrun. I'm just checking, do we want to have a timer for this or no? Because we could have a time. It doesn't really matter. It's just a single stage. It's not really a speedrun. It's more like a just an exhibition, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think we need to get a timer for this.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna just start here. So, stage 6. The stage you didn't get to see on Lunatic difficulty. So this is where, you know, Lunatic, I'm just gonna, like, just look at this and... Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of focus time. Hopefully I don't die. I may have to safety bomb here. But I did practice this before. I do not want to die to these shuriken things. I'm safety bombing, but that was way too close. So yeah, you may notice Lunatic difficulty. Yeah. It's a little bit. This pattern right here is actually easy because these bullets are directed at you. They're like circles, but the bullets are spaced at you, so you can just like tap one to the side and you're gonna be fine. Alright, mid-boss of stage 6 is actually the boss of stage 5. We're gonna see Sakuya once more. And yeah, this is where you really see the Lunatic difficulty just, oh my. I'm actually gonna try. Oh god, I'm gonna try to capture this, but no, I might just safety. Yeah, I have to bomb. There's no way. No way I'm doing that at a marathon. And yeah, because it's a stage run, we actually get a ton of extra lives, so hopefully I'll be able to complete it. Now, Touhou, you know, normal community, you're gonna hate me for, you know, combining this track with Touhou, because the Touhou fandom absolutely despises Undertale, but I figured it's kind of appropriate. It's an absolutely awesome remix. So, with that being said, this is Remilia. I need a little bit of time to prepare because this is really hard. So let's get this started. Final boss, Lunatic stage 6. Let's go. Hopefully not die intentionally. Alright, we did bad without bombing. Let's go. Alright, first spell card. Hopefully I don't get walled. Oh, I wanted to say, I probably could have made that right there, but just didn't want to risk it. Decals, oh my god, 2 bombs on 1 spell card, that's bad. But again, because it's a stage run with more resources than normal. This known card has a pattern. I can just dodge here. The next shot are going to be from right to left from the top. So I can just go in circles around it. Then the next shot is going to be from left to right. So again, I can just go in circles around her. And then the next shot would be directed, but we're already on the next spell card. Now, I have no bombs, so I'm going to have to try and capture this. I'm going to try my best, but no promises. Would be amazing if I capture it. No, I missed that bullet, unfortunate. Tried my best, tried my best. By the way, there are people who can perfect Lunatic via these games. There are people who can literally play through the entire Lunatic, like, difficulty and not take a single death or a single bomb. That's called an LNN, Lunatic no miss, no bomb, and these people are just crazy. I'm nowhere near that level. Oh my god, that's another death bomb. But we're doing really good on resources right now, but you can just look at the difficulty of these spell cards. Nope. Too risky but to continue there for the bomb. Nope. That's really bad because this pattern here, I know I can't really do. I usually die in this pattern. Oh my god, I survived. Okay. Normally I die in that because I can't tap at the rhythm that pattern requires. You may be hearing my keyboard in the background. Sorry about that. Alright, one more pattern of this. Hopefully I don't die and then we should be fine. Nice. Okay, Scarlet Mice, I'm 100% dying on this card. There's no way I survive. This card is absolutely crazy hard. Am I capturing Scarlet Meister? There's no way. No! Yeah, I figured. I'm just gonna safety bomb that. And we're in the final spell card. I can do one of these full power clears right there, which I mentioned on the easy difficulty run to make it easier for me. Whoops! Almost died with 2 bombs there. Can't do damage here right now. Also, one thing about this card is because it's a final card of the final boss. That's usually tradition in Touhou games. She doesn't take damage. That's just a kind of like tradition that started with the PC games. And yeah, so you have to do all the damage yourself. Alright, so I should have enough resources. Interesting enough, I actually calculated that if because I have 2 extra... Oh, oops. That's unfortunate. I actually calculated that if I do stage parts with 2 extra lives, if I finish a run with 2 extra lives remaining, then there is a chance that if that was a real run, I would be able to actually complete the game, because normally I get to this part with around 2 lives remaining if I do an actual run. But yeah, that's stage 6 on lunatic difficulty. I hope you enjoyed that, because I was nervous. Obviously, in a real run, I wouldn't have made that because I got 2 extra lives doing that entire part, so I wouldn't have made it past that, but getting closer. Maybe one day I'll get another lunatic 1cc. I actually did get a I should probably elaborate that. 1cc in this game, it's 1 credit clear, which basically means completing the entire game. And I did that, actually. I did a lunatic 1cc of this game when I was around 14 years old, which is, by the way, like 10 years ago. I'm old. But yeah, that was Touhou. I think we're about back on schedule. If you have anything last to plug before we head back to intermission, then now would be the time. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for making this possible.
I think I'm still processing the amazing thing that was that run. That was insane. And I'm glad we got to show it off. Thank you so much for stepping in and doing this run this game. We're going to toss it over to intermission and get set up for the next run.